Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here. Welcome to another discussion video. We have more of the winter wildcard cards to review or to check out, because obviously this promo is usually the promo where they release a bunch of absolutely meta cards that you can use for pretty much a very large majority of the year. Winter wildcards last year was very nice. With this year, apparently we are going to be getting SBCs every single day, as it was in the previous version. So we'll see what types of SBCs they end up releasing. I'll do my best to review all of the cards, because for winter wild cards they usually do pretty well for the most part whenever they do release. So guys, some of the new releases that they have showed so far is the new Raphael Varane card. So Varane is obviously going to be one of the most meta cards when it comes to center backs, right? This card is one of the unique cards in this game that offers you unique defensive animations while being an absolute monster, right? I still use the rare gold version of Varane in my team, and the only problem that he has is sometimes getting dusted when it comes to the pace department, right? But obviously, when it comes to him as a center back, right, with his unique defensive animations, the 4-star weak foot that he's working with, when you can give a card like this the shadow chemistry style, it's amazing, right? But the thing is that, you know, with his pace currently being set up the way that it is, if he does get that upgrade and they actually improve his pace to be in a similar area like this, but you could actually improve the aggression yourself, that would be fantastic, right? Giving him an anchor chemistry style while boosting the strength, aggression, and jumping yourself would be great. But obviously, I do feel like most people are still going to give him the shadow chemistry style, because pace is hugely relevant in this game with the way that through balls and lob passes work. So yeah, that's definitely going to be a massive W card when it comes to the meta of FIFA. The next up we have is Pepe's card, which I would assume that they would make him at the very least a 4-star player. So with Pepe, this card... Okay, so 4-star, 2-star. So they're most likely going to make him a player that has a 4-star weak foot. So they're minimum going to make him 4-star, 4-star. With the way that he is formatted, it looks like an interesting one. But the thing is that, you know, if you were to give this card the engine chemistry style, which I feel like if you were to use this version of the card, you'd probably have to do, to be honest, because you have to take into consideration, right? He's 6 foot tall with a unique body type, right? So depending on how they actually end up improving his card in the future, you're probably going to go with that upgrade in general. Thing is, though, is that you could potentially give him a marksman chemistry style if EA themselves actually adjust the agility and balance properly. Because of the fact that he has the unique body type, it could be a similar situation to like someone like Di Maria, where it's like, sure, you notice the bounce of the card, you notice it with the height that he has, but obviously if you're using this card in the side positions, you wouldn't really care that much, right? In-game player traits, he has the finesse shot traits. He has a couple of decent traits, to be fair. Finesse shot trait is not super relevant because the outside foot shot is way better. Like, even if you have the finesse shot trait, it's still better to go for the outside foot. So that's why I always tell people strong foot on the strong side as much as possible. So in his case, it's probably going to be the same, even if he were to get that position change being in the left wing area. Yeah, the swaps I actually have to go ahead and complete so that I can actually collect the Tonali card for the review account. Next up is DePaul. DePaul's weird because I think he still doesn't have like the craziest work rates. Let's see. Does he have good work rates? Oh, high medium. Okay, so he's going to be the attacking type. Oh, this year he's not formatted badly, actually. Does have a 4-star or a 3-star weak foot. He's got the skill moves. Honestly, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I always prefer the weak foot over the skill moves, but if you're using him in the right side of positions, that's not bad. This card actually looks pretty solid, to be honest with you. If you're using him in a 3 midfield setup, and you're using him with a shadow chemistry style, making him in like a controlled player, that's actually not bad. Yeah, because he's really well formatted, right? Shooting stats is really well balanced. He's got passing, dribbling. I'm going to tell you guys this right now, okay? Very important to mention. DePaul's card, his rare gold card in the beginning of the year, was actually really nice. I'm telling you guys this right now, and you guys know that I've tried out this card, and you know the reason why. Because of Correa, right? So when I had him in the team, I'm going to be honest, and this is before the patch, so it's always hard to judge these things, right? But when I was trying him out, I was like, dude, if this card gets like an upgrade in the future, he could be a beast. Because he actually performs really well. I don't know if you guys have ever tried his card out, you know, during the beginning of the year, but he was genuinely very, very good. So that's that one's definitely going to be a very interesting winter wild card for sure, especially for the links that he provides too. definitely could be a W. He's an SBC as well, so it might actually be one that's worth getting, to be honest with you. These cards we already did the reviews for. They're just up on the YouTube channel, so whenever they actually release the SBCs, maybe it's the Friday or the Saturday, depending on what they do, those videos are already done, so we'll just upload them whenever they release those SBCs. Musa is going to be a fan favorite for a lot of people because he is a FIFA legend, right? So Musa's card... Is it Ahmed Musa? Yeah, Ahmed Musa. Yeah, this guy used to be an absolute monster. He's actually formatted very nicely. Oh, this card could be really good, actually. So what I'm assuming is that they're probably going to make him a 4-star player because he's still 5'7" with a lean body type. But look at his agility and balance already, right? So because this is a silver card, they could improve it with the Winter Wildcard to be in a very good area. Pace would be significantly higher, the shooting stats would be significantly higher, and it's really, really well formatted for the marksman because of where agility and balance already is, right? So this actually looks like a card that could be really sick. I think the only problem with him is obviously the links that he provides for a team, right? Because he plays for Sivaspor, so not necessarily the best type of links to work with. But if you're working with a Super League team, like with them dropping like a potential Ozil card, that could be a very interesting thing. Yeah, so that's an OBJ card, so that's going to be a fan favorite for a lot of people. This card, Milinkovic Savic, goalkeeper, interesting links if you were to go with that. You know, depends on you really. I mean, you could do like you could do a couple of links actually with that. It's not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. It would have been nice if you could just like unlock all of those World Cup cards, because if you had like a okay, so I'll show you guys, right? So Milinkovic Savic, right? So Milinkovic Savic is the goalkeeper. So you can see that he plays for Serbia, right? So let's say, for instance, you have the Kostic card, right? So Kostic, Serbian links, Italian Serie A, right? So that would be amazing. And then you have players like Vlahovic, if you ended up doing him, Serbian links for a pretty decent card in game, right? So the Serbian links will definitely be very nice for people that want to do that. I like cards like this because they don't really drop cards like this that often. So it's like very usable versions, like 99 speed. Imagine that. Yes, listed with 99 speed. Oh, they actually did that with him. You know what's funny with goalkeepers? Sometimes they upgrade the stats in that way, but it's still not good. You know, it's one of those ones. Silas, I want to be honest with you guys. Silas only exists in FIFA because of the hype that Danny Aarons gives him 100%. Because nobody really knew who Silas was, right? He's a Danny Aarons player. It's like if EA still had Heskey in the game and KSI was still playing, and they would just make they would make a Heskey card, you know? Because Silas is not really a guy that a lot of people are super familiar with, unless it's like for a content creator that creates it. Every content creator always has like their own cards that they really like, right? So that's always interesting. Basaksa here for Ozil. Basaksa here. I haven't seen how Ozil has been doing for that team. I don't even know if he's been playing, honestly. Don't watch the Turkish league too much, to be fair. The yearly Ozil card. They'll make him 5-star skills for sure. Oh yeah, they'll make him 5-star skills. This is me and my boy. We have this meme for Ozil, right? Ozil's our guy. I actually I had like a third account where I would just play like co-op with him, and I unlocked the SBC for Ozil just for me and him to play with him. But it's just so hard to link him in a team. Like that's usually the tough part for him. But yeah, they'll probably make him 5-star skills, to be honest with you. Kevin De Bruyne with his De Bruyne always getting the same cards. This guy just gets cards all the time. De Bruyne is, I don't know if I tried him so far this year, but he still might be one of like the most well-balanced attacking oriented center mids in the game. He always is. Like he's always that type of guy in center mid position or as one of your two midfielders that has absolutely insane attacking AI for that midfield position. Like he's just always been like that, right? So the fact that he has the 5-star weak foot, high work rates, right? You give him a shadow or potentially in the future an engine, depending on how they actually format him. Definitely could be a very good card too. Mendy, that's going to definitely be a very full meta card. I mean, there's not really much to say about Mendy. You can use Mendy's rare gold card. And this guy, I'm telling you, I have him on my review account, and he's just so sick. He's just such a beast. He's a card that lasts for such a long period of time as well, because he's just so well formatted, right? 5-star weak foot. He's got the pace, defending, physical stats, right? He's a monster. It's funny because like even when they dropped that Alex Telles SBC, it was so expensive. Like I did it. Alex Telles is great. I really like using him, right? But Mendy is a different breed, man. This guy is just he's sick. He's really, really good. And obviously, if he gets the improvements for base card stats, you know, in the pace department, you could give him an anchor chemistry style. It's a really well formatted card, right? He's got the weak foot. He even got skill moves for you too. Yeah, Mendy's an absolute beast. You know what's crazy is that like it would be so sick to put Mendy and Camavinga in the same team, right? That triple link setup is amazing. That would be that'd be really sick to work with. And then they drop a nice little cheeky flashback Benzema. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Dembele definitely gonna be an absolutely full meta card. The full meta rat card. He's still 103k because he's actually genuinely really good. I like the Mendy card a lot. His finishing is very inconsistent, but that's why you got to green time as much as possible. But man, he compensates really well in like other areas of the pitch. It's funny because when I packed this card, I packed him in one of my Foot Champs rewards. I forget. I think it was for the review account or for the RTG. I think it was for the review account because I don't do the RTG stuff too often. Yeah, he was still like 200k or 300k. So the fact that he's maintained 103k just goes to show you how nice he actually is in game. So with him getting a winter wild card, getting improved stats, he's definitely going to be someone that people are going to want to get their hands on. Look at this absolute beauty. My boy, Joao Felix. This is cool. I'll tell you why this is cool, right? So Joao Felix has a medium work rate. So I'm very curious to see if he would be really nice in that cam position, right? Because what I'm hoping for in the future is that EA drops a Diogo Jota card. Like that's the main one that I'm looking forward to. Because with the way that the Portuguese lineup works for like the main attackers, right? So let's say for instance, you're using Joao Felix, Bernardo Silva, Diogo Jota. It's so well balanced because if Joao Felix has that proper attacking AI playing through the middle, I can use Bernardo Silva on the left side and Diogo Jota on the right side, and it would be sick for the meta of FIFA, right? But obviously it depends on how they move, because the thing is, man, is that Bernardo Silva in that cam position has one of the best attacking AIs, right? I don't even have the Path to Glory version of his card. I still use the rare golds sometimes for the reviews and stuff, and he's just that guy that always consistently positions himself well, right? It's just one of those types of guys. But with Joao Felix, you know, when it comes to traits, he has the outside foot shot, so that's already a W as it is. His pace is actually set up very nicely so that in the future, you know, depending on how they actually improve it, it might be a finisher chemistry style flex. It might be an engine chemistry style flex, depending on how they actually improve the shooting, right? If you could get his shooting to like the high 80s area, and then you try to green time your shots as much as possible, he could definitely be very, very nice in game, to be fair. Controlled player as well, not an explosive, but obviously with him, it's you have more of a rotation policy, right? You can use him in the cam position, you can use him as your secondary striker, and it would be really cool, right? Joao Felix, when he had that player of the month card long time ago, that card I used for so long in the cam position. He was just so brilliant there because he had that proper attacking AI. So the rare gold, I think I used for like a little bit this year, but like not too long because he kind of like got outdated pretty quickly in my opinion. Klostermann, gonna definitely be a monster. He has great defensive animations. You know why Klostermann's always good in FIFA? Because he has the hunchback body type. You know, that hunchback body type is absolutely wild. You know, he's high in average, but he's got that hunchback body type. It's the same thing as like Koulibaly, actually. Koulibaly, if you were to get this version of the card, right? Even just this one, he's still 331k because he's a monster, right? A unique body type, shadow chemistry style, 4-star weak foot. Everything's just bouncing off of this card. It's that, you know, when they come at you like this, it's nuts, right? So Koulibaly, Klostermann, these guys that have that sort of like hunchback body type is pretty wild, to be honest. So he's going to be a monster for sure. And yeah, that's pretty much it from the cards that we have seen so far. There is nothing else for the most part. Yeah, Silas. And then apparently they have like a bunch of like the French guys, right? So there's like Saint Maximin. Yeah, Saint Maximin apparently is a leaked one too, but we'll see if that card is actually released as well. But yeah, a lot of very good selections. Winter Wildcard is usually a very good promo to actually check out a lot of these things. So definitely going to be a W there. I will be doing my best to review most of the cards because Winter Wildcards, like I said, they usually do pretty well for the very large majority of the year. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this video today. I will catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.